What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Bigboyjonnytwentyfive. Today I'm gonna do my WWE Raw full review and results. You guys know, hit that red button, hit that like button. Let's get started. Monday Night Raw was decent. It was just a decent show. That's just my thoughts, my opinion. But I love the draft picks on Raw. I really love the draft picks on Raw. That's just my thoughts, my opinion. Tonight's WWE Draft editions of Raw opened up with the Firefly Funhouse. A video package is showing recent happenings between The Fiend Bray Wyatt and the WWE Universal Champion Seth Rollins. We cut to the normal Raw open video. We live from the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. The power goes off inside the arena. Vic Joseph welcomes us to Raw. He joins us by Deal Madden and WWE Hall of Famer Jerry Lawler. Okay, we kick things off with Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. We go right to the ring, and out comes the Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch for this non-title opener. Becky Lynch takes the mic as fans chant for her. Becky Lynch talks about expecting to kick Sasha Banks all over Colorado tonight, but she can't make it because of her last beating, the last beating Becky gave her. Becky Lynch says Banks is always trying to get away from her, but the woman she's facing tonight, she can't seem to get rid of. But there always war when they face off in the ring. Lynch says she came to Raw ready for a war and rip someone's arm off. The music hits and out comes Charlotte Flair. Becky Lynch will be fighting a secure the first draft pick of the night for Raw, and Flair will be fighting to earn the first will earn the first pick for SmackDown. I gotta ask you this: if Charlotte Flair is on SmackDown Live, not SmackDown Live, I'm sorry. If Charlotte Flair is on Friday Night SmackDown, what is she doing on Raw? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I just said on my Friday Night SmackDown review, Charlotte, if Bayley wins Bayley have captured the SmackDown Women's Champion, then Charlotte Flair is drafted to Raw, which I was right anyway. But let me continue. Charlotte Flair takes the mic and says maybe this nightmare will never end, and she will get drafted to Raw, which she did. Charlotte Flair get drafted to Raw. So let me continue. They can't fight forever. Charlotte Flair doesn't want this match either. She goes on and says she doesn't want the fans to think she's selfish with opportunities. She doesn't even want to fight Lynch tonight. She just wants to be friends again. Charlotte Flair says she missed Becky and just wants to be friends. Flair suckers Lynch Flair suckers Lynch in and drops her with a mic shot to the head. Flair talks some trash and they started brawling. Fans chant for Becky and the referees hit the ring to break them up. The brawl spills to the floor and the officials try to separate them. We go to commercial. Back from the break, the bell rings. Lynch attacks and they brawl into the corner. Flair turns it around, but Lynch clotheslines her coming out of the corner. Becky Lynch fights back and takes Flair from the corner to corner. Becky Lynch unloads with kicks in the corner. Flair throws Becky into the corner and works her over with chops and boots. Becky Lynch counters and scoop slams and elbow. Flair comes back with a big chop. Okay, Charlotte Flair with a backslide for a 2 count. Becky Lynch dunks a punch and goes for a roll-up. We get a quick settlement and they go at it again. Becky Lynch with shots in the corner in a springboard boot. Flair drops Lynch with a mid-move. Flair with a scissors around the neck, using them to slam Becky's face first into the mat. Flair keeps Becky Lynch grounded with a scissors now, yelling out with a woo to the crowd. Some fans try to rally for Lynch. Flair finally tosses her across the ring from the head scissors. Flair keeps up keeps up and rocks Lynch in the corner with a shot to the jaw. They tangle some more, and Flair drops Becky Lynch with a clubbing shot to the back of the head. Flair with a quick pin attempt. Becky Lynch comes right back with a drop kick. Yeah, with the drop kick. Flair sends Becky Lynch face first into the turnbuckle and then chops her several times in the corner. Flair slaps Lynch around and take her time. They trade shots again, and Flair drops her. Flair gets sent to the apron, but but she boots Becky and fights back. Becky counters and kicks Flair from the apron to the floor for a pop. Lynch runs the ropes for a dive, but puts on the brakes as Flair drops her. They tangle on the floor now. Flair drops Becky over her knee and sends her face first into the ring post. We go to the commercial break. Hits the floor. Back from the break, Flair drops Lynch with a big chop. Flair kicks Lynch around and works her over. Becky Lynch comes back with a clothesline and drop kicks now. Fans pop as Lynch continues with her comeback. Flair sends Becky Lynch to the apron, but Lynch rocks her with a kick. Becky goes to the top with a missile drop kick, but Flair kicks out at two. Alright, more back and forth now. Flair blocks a chop and applies Boston Crab in the middle of the ring. Fans pop as the referee checks on Becky. Gets close to the ropes, but Flair drags her back. Flair goes for a figure four, but Becky Lynch kicks her out of the ring and then kicks her back to the floor. Becky leaps off the apron with a big right hand to the floor. Becky Lynch brings it back in and comes off the top, but Flair moves and she lands hard. Flair comes right back with a national section for a close 2 count. Flair can't believe it. Wow. Flair can't believe it. And fans chant for Becky, and now Flair isn't happy. Flair goes to the top in the moonsault, but Lynch yanks her leg out, bringing her to the mat. Flair blocks the disarm her and sends Becky Lynch face into the turnbuckle. Flair follows up with a big boot. Becky still kicks out of 2. This shocks fans chant. This is awesome. Now Flair drops down on the knee and goes for the figure 4, but Becky kicks her off. Becky with a roll up for a 2. They tangle and Becky drops Flair with her neck. Becky goes to the corner and leaps out with the leg drop, but Flair still kicks out at 2. Fans rally for Becky some more. Becky singles for the end, but Flair avoids the disarmer. Flair comes right back with a big spear for another 2 count. Charlotte Flair is really frustrated. Now, laughing in disbelief, Becky comes from behind with Flair is sitting on the mat, surprising and frustrating, and rolls her up for the pin to win. The winner of the match, Becky Lynch. After the match, Lynch goes to ringside and grabs her title and takes a victory lap as her music hits. She earns the first draft pick of the night for Raw. Flair looks on from the ring and she's not happy. Becky Lynch looks on from the ramp and talks trash back to the ring. Flair talks back. Still to come, Tyson Fury versus Strowman contract, which is don't nobody care. Plus, the Viking Raiders challenge Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler for the Raw Tag Team titles. Also, the 2019 WWE Draft continues. The announcers go over the rules for the draft. Okay, Charlie Caruso is backstage with the WWE Universal Champion Seth Rollins, calling him a top project pick for tonight. She brings up his unresolved issues with the Fiend Bray Wyatt and how he was drafted to SmackDown on Friday, and the possibility of being sent to the Blue Brand with Riot. Rollins gets a cheap pop from the local crowd and says why it seems to go where he goes and which isn't good for any of us. Rollins through he put an end to this at the Hell in a Cell because of the place when he went to, which he isn't proud of, but he did what he had to survive, and he thought the end it, but he's not sure of the Fiend is human or what it will take to really end this. Rollins talks about how he escaped Riot on SmackDown. He says maybe he's been going about this all along because he's been trying to move on, but the Fiend just picking spots. Seth Rollins says that stops tonight because he is going to hunt for the Fiend. Wyatt promised to find Wyatt before the night is over, and then he will end this. He will burn this down. Rollins walks off, and we go to commercial break. Back from the break, the stock expert Jim Cramer hypes the WWE draft pick. We get a look at Fox War Room with the executives and Cletus the robot, which is the executives are stupid, by the way. We go back to the arena and Stephanie McMahon comes out to the podium to announce the first round draft pick for night 2. The WWE Universal Champion Seth Rollins is staying on Raw. It's also announced that WWE Champion Brock Lesnar is going to SmackDown. Charlotte Flair goes to Raw while all 3 members of the New Day stay on SmackDown. Andrade and Selena Vega are going to Raw. We go to the draft panel and with Renee Young, to Samoa Joe and the WWE Hall of Famers Booker T and Beth Phoenix. They discuss the draft. They discuss the pick just revealed. Okay, where I go? Ali, Andrade versus Ali. Okay, we go to the ring and out comes Andrade and Selena Vega. Vega says they weren't drafted in the same round as Brock Lesnar or Seth Rollins. They were drafted into the round with Andrade. Selena Vega says things are about to change. She wants the Raw roster that they will all now have the privilege of suffering a loss to Andrade, and they should rejoice that. Andrade enters the ring as we go to commercial break. Then back from the break, Ali is out. It's out as the match is underway. They go back and forth for a few minutes. Andrade turns it around with a big drop kick as Vega looks on from ringside. Andrade with chops now, and Andrade works on the arm, but Ali kicks him in the head. Ali with an uppercut. Ali climbs up top, but Andrade shoves him to the floor. Andrade stands tall in the middle of the ring to pose. Andrade follows as Vega taunts Ali on the outside. Andrade keeps control on the outside and launches Ali's shoulder first into the ring post. Andrade breaks the count and brings Ali back in. Andrade with armbar over the bottom rope now. Vega smiles and cheers him on. Andrade brings it back in and stomps anyway on Ali. Ali fires back with a big chop, but Andrade decks him. Andrade sends Ali to the corner and runs with a big knee to the face. Andrade covers for a 2 count. Vic has some breaking news. Bray Wyatt is promising a new Firefly Funhouse segment in response to Seth Rollins saying he won't hunt him tonight. Ali looks a mild comeback, but Andrade shuts him down. Andrade gets sent to the apron but applies another armbar on the ropes. The referee counts. Ali ends up sending Andrade out to the floor. He lands hard and clutches his knee. Okay, Ali charges for a dive, but Vegas jumps on the apron, but he puts the brakes on. Ali runs the ropes again, and at this time leaps over Vega, taking Andrade back down on the floor. Vega ends up taking Ali down from the apron to the floor. Andrade brings Ali back into the ring and nails him hammerlock DDT for the pin to win the middle of the ring. The winner of the match, Andrade. After the match, Vega enters the ring to stand tall with Andrade. Okay, then move on. We go back to Stephanie Mann's on stage for the second round of tonight's pick, WWE Tag Team Champions. Asuka and Kairi Sane are going to Raw. Daniel Bryan is staying on SmackDown. We see the Inside USA Network War Room, and they are not happy about missing out on Bryan. Rusev is going to Raw. SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley is staying on the blue brand, and Aleister Black is going to Raw. So the executives are mad because Daniel Bryan is going to SmackDown. I just don't get it. But let me continue. All right, the WWE Tag Team Titles match: the Viking Raiders versus Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Let me continue. We go back to the ring. Out comes the Viking Raiders. Eric and LeVar back to commercial. Back from the break, we get a SNL weekend update segment with WrestleMania 35 stars Colin and Michael Chi. They talk with WWE Braun Strowman tonight's draft with we go to the ring, and out comes Raw Tag Team Champions Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Mike Rome does formal introduction. Okay, Ziggler starts off with Eric, LeVar, and Roode get involved as the Viking Raiders dominate earlier on. They double team Ziggler in the ring. Now LeVar with a big top rope splash for a 2 count. As Roode makes the save, Ziggler comes back with LeVar and dropkick him. LeVar drops Ziggler and tags in Eric as Roode runs in. Eric fights Roode off, but Ziggler chops his knee out from behind. Roode tags in and stomps on Eric as Ziggler keeps him down. Roode works over Eric in the corner. Now, Ziggler tags in for some double team. Eric fights both opponents off. Eric charged, but Ziggler sends him to the floor. Roode sends Eric face first into the ring post. Ziggler falls and hits a zigzag into the steel chair against the barrier. We go to commercial with Eric down near the Timekeepers Arena. Okay. Then we see back from the break, and Ziggler takes Eric back down and applies a sleeper. Keeping him grounded. Ziggler stops Eric from tagging in. Comes Roode again. Roode puts the boot to Eric and corners a taunt. Eric takes advantage of Roode attention being on LeVar and nails him. Roode quickly turns it back around and comes Ziggler. Ziggler drops another big elbow on Eric and talks some trash while working over him. Eric finally drops Ziggler with a big forearm. LeVar rallies fans from the apron. Roode tags in as does LeVar. LeVar unloads on both of the champions. LeVar slams Ziggler and nails a low crossbody for a pop. LeVar squashes Roode in the corner. LeVar with a cartwheel and a big shot to Ziggler for another pop. Eric tags back in and they go to double team Roode, but Roode sends LeVar to the floor. Then LeVar into the ring post off the distraction. Roode rolls LeVar for a close 2 count. And Eric finally drops. Ziggler tags in and nails a zigzag. Spinebuster double team combo on Eric, but he kicks out just in time. Ziggler can't believe it. Ziggler charges but Eric catches him. Ziggler with a thumb to the eye and a famouser in the middle of the ring. Another close 2 count on Eric. Eric looks for a tag, but LeVar is still down on the outside. Rude tags in and works over Eric in the corner. Ziggler joins him for the double team. Eric fights both opponents off. Ziggler super kicks him into a glorious DDT, but LeVar makes the save at the 2 count. Fans rally and chant for the Viking Raiders now. Ziggler tags in for a double team, but Eric slides out. LeVar tags in and runs over both opponents. LeVar with a springboard back elbow drop. Rude and Ziggler at once for a pop. Eric tags in. The Viking experience double team Ziggler for the pin to win the titles. The winners of the match and your new Raw Tag Team Champions, the Viking Raiders. So they captured the Raw Tag Team Champions for the first time. Alright. After the match, Eric and LeVar stand tall with their titles as their music hits. We go to the replays and comes back to the Viking Raiders severing their titles win. Still to come, the WWE draft continues. Also, Natalya and a mysterious partner will face the Kabuki Warriors, which is Lacey Evans. They announced the announcers plug WWE partnership with Sunjin G. Coleman, and we go back to commercial. Okay, the Viking Raiders are backstage. They doubt being the first tag team to hold the titles from New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, WWE NXT, and now on Raw. We see the NHL on NBC's host hyping the WWE draft pick. Stephanie McMahon is on the stage to announce round 3 of tonight's draft pick. Cedric Alexander is staying on Raw. The WWE Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn are staying on SmackDown. We get a look at the Fox War Room celebrating the Nakamura pick, which is stupid, by the way. Humberto Carlito is going to Raw while Ali is staying on SmackDown. Eric Rowan is going to Raw. Aleister Black versus Eric Young. Decent match. It was just decent. But Aleister Black continues to pick a fight. So we go to the ring, and new Raw superstar Aleister Black makes his way to the ring. New Red brand superstar Eric Young is in the ring. Waiting. The bell rings and they go at it back and forth. Black gets the upper hand and hits a big moonsault and landing on his feet. Black poses and goes for Black Mass, but Eric Young avoids it. Going to the floor to regroup, Aleister Black takes a seat in the middle of the ring and stares down Eric Young while he thinks about coming back in the ring. Okay. Eric Young comes to the apron, but Black lands a big kick. Eric Young drops Black over the top rope and fights his way in, but Black nails a big running knee. They tangle and Black ends up applying his new dark Rucho submission for the win. The winner of the match by submission, Aleister Black. After the match, Black stands tall as we go to replay. Black stares at the camera as we go to commercial. Back from the break, Stephanie McMahon is back on stage for more draft picks. Buddy Murphy is going to Raw, and Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode are going to SmackDown. Jinder Mahal is going to Raw. Carmella is staying on SmackDown, but WWE 24/7 champion R-Truth is going to Raw. We see the War Room reaction to Truth Selection. The Street Profits are backstage hyping up for Raw when they interrupted by the OC, the United States Champion AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. AJ mentions them but on Raw now. AJ wonders why USA drafted the Street Profits to be the official host while the OC is already here. That's facts. That's facts by itself. And what else happened? Oh yeah, where was I? It says the Street Profits is backstage hyping up Raw to interrupt the OC. The WWE United States Champion AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. AJ mentions them being on Raw. AJ wondered why USA drafted the Street Profits to be officially hosts while the OC is already here. AJ tells them to enjoy the spot they carve out, but remember Raw belongs to the OC. The OC leaves, but turns right around and attacks Montez Ford and D'Angelo Dawkins. The OCs destroyed the Street Profits as they walk off as the officials checks on Ford and Dawkins. Alright. Ricochet versus Shelton Benjamin. This match was good. I really enjoyed it. This was the dream match. So, alright. We go to the ring and out comes Ricochet. We see a backstage pre-recorded promo where Ricochet talks about how he will continue to overcome obstacles on Raw and prove that superheroes are real. We go to commercial. Back from the break, and Shelton Benjamin is waiting in the ring. The bell hits, they go at it. Ricochet sends Shelton Benjamin to the floor earlier on, but he comes back in. Benjamin turns it around after dropping Ricochet face first on the mat. Benjamin with more strikes in the middle of the ring. They tangle. Benjamin drops Ricochet with a big kick to the face for a 2 count. Alright, Benjamin keeps Ricochet grounded with a body scissors now. Ricochet gets free, but Benjamin shuts his comeback attempt down. Ricochet keeps going and finally drops Benjamin with a kick. Ricochet avoids a charge by going to the apron. Ricochet fights in from the apron with a big kick. Ricochet springboards from the apron and hits a flying clothesline. Ricochet with a standing shooting star press for a 2 count. Ricochet keeps control and goes to the apron, but Shelton Benjamin rocks him and drives knees into him. Ricochet with a big kick from the apron, and out of nowhere, Ricochet goes to the top. Fans cheer him on. Benjamin jumps up to the top and goes for a belly-to-belly suplex, but Ricochet lands on his 2 feet. Ricochet follows up with a roll Ricochet follows up with the recoil for the pin to win. The winner of the match, Ricochet. This match was good, like I stated earlier. After the match, Ricochet stands tall as his music hits. We go to the replay. Ricochet looks on from the ramp and as the referee checks on Benjamin. Let me move on. Vic leads us to a video package on Tyson Fury. Still to come, Lawler will moderate the contract signing between Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman. Don't nobody care about this. The camera cuts a SPA somewhere as Lana gets a massage from a female masseur. The woman asks how the massage is, and Lana says she likes it harder. We go to commercial break. That segment between Lana and Bobby Lashley is just garbage. That massage segment is just garbage. I ain't gonna lie, it was garbage. Back from the break, and Lana is still face down on the massage table as her local spy, the female measure says she can go deeper with massage. If Lana wants, Lana says yes. She likes it deep. The measure leaves and comes Bobby Lashley with nothing but a towel on. Lashley starts massaging Lana's leg under her robe, and she likes that. She likes his gentle touch. Rusev was never that good. Lashley having fun, but Rusev probably isn't. Lana suggests she flips over. Lashley raises her robe and watches as she turns over on her back. He is all smiles. Lashley continues the massage as we cut back the arena. That just listen. That segment just terrible. And I know people in the comment section are going to agree with me. We go to the ring, and WWE Hall of Famer Jerry Lawler is out with a contract signing set up. Lawler mentions Tyson Fury versus Braun Strowman was announced for WWE Crown Jewel during last Friday's press conference in Las Vegas. Lawler hypes the match, says she's ready to make this match official. Lawler introduced the Monster Among Men. First and out, he comes to a pop, and Strowman enters in the ring and shakes his hand with the King. Lawler introduced heavyweight boxer Fury next, and out comes Tyson Fury. Also shake his hand with Lawler. Lawler says they have promised not to have a repeat of last Friday. Fans booed that. Fury and Strowman take their seats as the tables now. Strowman knows a lot more about Fury. He knows he's tough and all that, but he also knows Fury has a big ego. Strowman says Fury comes to the Fox premiere to take the spotlight, but he will demand if Fury use him as a stepping stone in his career. Strowman says Fury is stepping into the World Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, and he will slam Fury, then hand him his. Strowman says the funny thing about it is that there's not a thing Fury can do about it. Strowman says Fury is going to get these hands. He signs the contract. Then Fury goes to speak, but he signed the contract first. Fury says he was at SmackDown with his family to see Strowman, because Strowman is all Fury's kids have talked about for months. Some fans give Fury the what treatment. Fury says he's not out of here. He's not out of his element in any ring. He will prove that at Crown Jewel. Fury slash Strowman will be on his back because he will knock him out. They stand up face to face as fans cheer them on. Strowman slams his fist through the announcer table to break it. Then he yells out and raises his arm up while staring at Fury. Fury takes the ink pen, uses it for the contract sign, and tries to break it, but can't. He finally snaps it in a bit of comedy. Fury laughs and turns his back on Strowman, making his exit from the ring, but stopping to take one last step. Look at Strowman. Strowman stares back at Fury, exits the ring for his music. Fans give Fury a mixed reaction as he heads up the ramp and turns back and waves. We go back to commercial. Okay, back from the commercial, we get draft hype. We get draft hype from NBC's Ali Walker and Wild and Willie Guest. Stephanie McMahon is on stage announcing 5th round draft pick. Samoa Joe is staying on Raw. The Miz is going to SmackDown. Akira Tozawa is going to Raw. King Baron Corbin is going to SmackDown, and Shelton Benjamin is going to Raw. Buddy Murphy versus Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander. This match was good. We go to the ring, and out comes first Buddy Murphy. Cedric Alexander's out next. The bell rings and they lock up. They trade moves and counters for a few minutes before we get a settlement. Cedric looks for his handshake with Murphy and trash talks and slaps him. They go at it. Cedric nails an elbow. Buddy Murphy launches Cedric face first into the turnbuckle. Okay. More back and forth now. Buddy Murphy ends up knocking Cedric out of the ring into the floor. Cedric lands hard as we go to commercial. Okay. Back from the break, Buddy Murphy eats a big kick from Cedric. Murphy comes right back in, knocks Cedric out of the ring with a big knee strike. Murphy runs the ropes and leaps out, taking Cedric back down to the floor. Buddy Murphy brings it back into the ring and goes to the top. Buddy Murphy flies with a double knee and Cedric still kicks out at 2. Murphy catches a super kick, but Cedric comes right back and drops him with an elbow. Buddy Murphy looks to be out, but the roll out of the ring for a breather. Cedric runs and nails a dropkick through the ropes, sending Buddy Murphy into the barrier. Cedric runs the ropes again and nails a suicide dive, sending Buddy Murphy back into the barrier. They bring it back in and Cedric nails a springboard flatliner. Buddy Murphy still kicks out at A2. Cedric can't believe it. Okay, Cedric gets up first and goes for a lumbar check, but blocks it. Cedric tries again, but Buddy Murphy lands on his feet. They trade more shots as Buddy Murphy goes on the top. Cedric climbs but Buddy Murphy slides out and super kicks Cedric in the face. Buddy Murphy with a big sit-down powerbomb in the middle of the ring. Cedric still kicks out. Buddy Murphy immediately follows up with the Murphy Law for the pin to win. The winner of the match, Buddy Murphy. This match was good. I really enjoyed this match. This match was brutal and this match was good. After the match, Buddy Murphy stands tall as his music hits. We go to replay. Murphy has his arm raised and standing over the Cedric. The announcers plug WWE Crown Jewel and the WWE Network. New subscribers will get Crown Jewel for free. They go over Crown Jewel card. It's revealing that Ricochet has been added to the Team Hogan, but Bobby Lashley and the WWE Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura has been added to Team Flair. Also announced that WWE Universal Champion Seth Rollins will be defending against the Fiend Bray Wyatt in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Alright, the Street Profits are backstage. Montez Ford is ready to fight the OC, but D'Angelo Dawkins suggests they found a partner, but they keep it a mystery until it's time. Ford says they want all the smoke. We go to commercial break. Back from the break, and Stephanie McMahon is out to do draft podium for the 6th and final round of the draft night. Rey Mysterio is staying on Raw. We see the USA Network War Room celebrating Rey picks. Chad Gable is staying on SmackDown. Tyson O'Neil is staying on Raw. I didn't know Tyson O'Neil was still employed with the WWE. And Elias is staying on SmackDown. Liv Morgan is going to Raw. We go to the draft panel and to discuss their recent picks. Booker teases a blockbuster trade to be made in the next 24 hours. The Kabuki Warriors versus Natalya and Lacey Evans. This match was garbage. Why Natalya is teaming up with Lacey Evans? I don't know why. We go to the ring and our first the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Natalya is out next on the stage with a mic. She said she was asked to pick a tag team, but she's chosen someone who has taken her to the limit. She goes on with praise for the mystery partner and then introduce Lacey Evans. They march to the ring together for this non-title match, and we go back to commercial. Back from the break, and the match is underway as Evans and Sane go at it. Kairi Sane lands offense, but Lacey Evans turns it around and delivers a big kick to the floor. Evans follows to the floor, but Sane drops her with a back fist. Kairi Sane with another big move on the floor to keep Evans down. Kairi Sane distracts the referee while Asuka launches Evans into the barrier for a pop. They bring it back in the ring and Sane keeps Evans grounded in a submission. Evans turns it around and mounts Sane with strikes. Alright, they get to their feet and Kairi Sane works on the arm, tagging Asuka for a double team. Shot to the arm from the top. Asuka drops Evans with down. Evans with more kicks to the head. Asuka works on Evans' arm. Natalia reaches for the tag. Asuka charges, but Evans moves and drops her. Natalia finally tags in and unloads on Asuka. They tangle and Natalia hits a German suplex. Sane gets knocked to the floor by Natalia. Asuka counters the sharpshooter and goes for a heel hook. Natalia turns it around and they trade more counters and quick pin attempts. Natalia goes for the sharpshooter again, but this time it locks in for a pop. Asuka tries to get the bottom rope, but Natalia repositions her. Sane runs in and breaks the hold with a bulldog to Natalia. Asuka knocks Natalia off the apron to the floor with a big hip attack. And we go to commercial. Okay, that's all. So I already know the Kabuki Warriors defeated Lacey Evans and Natalia. So moving on, that match was garbage to me. That match was garbage to me. We see that already. So we just see that already. So it is what it is from there. They go to their feet and it says Natalia goes for the sharpshooting again. At this time they lock in for a pop. Asuka tries to get the bottom rope, but Natalia repositions hers. But we go to commercial break. I already said that this match was garbage. This match was just too garbage. This match was garbage. I ain't gonna lie. This match was garbage. Okay, but this match was garbage. What else happened on Monday Night Raw? What else happened? I'm trying to figure out what else happened on Monday Night Raw. Then we get we went from Asuka versus Kabuki Warriors versus Natalia and Lacey Evans. Then we see something else too. Hold on, guys. Let me pull it up. Let me find it. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Then we see Eric Rowan being drafted to Raw, which is nobody cares. Eric Rowan's been drafted to Raw. So we seen this match between Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander. That match was good. We seen that match already. Raw selects R-Truth to join Raw, which I stated earlier. Ricochet versus Shelton Benjamin. That match was good. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, let me find it. Contract signing. I went through that already. You know what I'm saying? Samoa Joe joins Raw. You know what I'm saying? That's all what happened. Let me find it, guys. Give me a second. It's gonna take me some time. Okay. Rey Mysterio's on Raw. Okay. Liv Morgan's on Raw. Elias on SmackDown. The Kabuki Warriors versus Lacey Evans. The Kabuki Warriors won. Then we get a Firefly Funhouse. Rambley tells Bray Wyatt that Rollins is on his way. Wyatt tells Ramblin to leave that, and he keeps them safe here. Rollins busts in and attacks Bray Wyatt. Wyatt asks Rollins why he was doing this. Rollins continues his assault. Rollins says, "Burn it down," and set the Firefly Funhouse on fire, and the crowd boos. Okay. Then after that, it went from that to then that. I guess that's all that happened. That's all that happens, guys. That's officially what happens. That's all that happens. Then after that, I guess Raw went off the air. Alright. Monday Night Raw was a decent show. I'm not even gonna lie. Monday Night Raw was a decent show. I love the draft picks on Monday Night Raw, so it is from this from there. But if you guys enjoy my WWE Raw, full review and results, give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys think of Raw, and I will talk to you guys later. Bigboyjonnytwentyfive. Talk to you guys later.